This is Season 2, Episode 6 of my modular journey. And today is going to be a short episode just to recap a couple of things I purchased last year, some of the early modules that I purchased that almost a year later I have realized I needed more of. And that being the Ladik R-112 random trigger gate and the S090 dual probability skipper. Using these two modules for the whole last season and a lot of the work I've been doing, I just realized I needed more of what these two do. So of course I go back to Ladik.eu, and I discovered that the R110 is an older version. There's now an R112. So that's what this is here. I have purchased the Ladik R112 on January 11th. It was about $75 US, comparable to the last one I purchased. As you see here, the last one has a clock in and it has a disable jack. That's what the old one had. The new one has actually a clock for trigger in and a clock for gate in. So that's changed as far as what's on the new interface. Here we have 3 trigger outs on the old one, and on the new one we also have 3 trigger outs, T1, 2, and 3. And on the old one we had 3 gates, and here we have only 2 gate outs, or 4 and 5 trigger outs. Another thing that was added to the R112 is this probability button here, which does low, medium, high probability. And then there's this exclusive 0, 1, and 2 mode. So I'm not familiar with how to use all that yet. All I'm really showing is that I wanted another random trigger, and this is what I got. It wound up being slightly different and looks fancier, to be honest. It looks better. The second thing I picked up additionally was, of course, the 090 dual probability skipper, also purchased on January 11th. It was about $101 translated to US dollars, and it's exactly the same as the old one. So it has the probability percentage here that could be CV modulated, so it changes with the invisible hand. It also has the first probability is in and out, second probability in and out as well. So that's pretty much exactly the same as the previous one. And then the third thing I decided I needed was which is in the rack, but it's way over there, so I pulled it out just to show off. This is the STMix. It's a little Befaco STMix, and it is 4 stereo channels, or you could do 4 mono channels that are hard panned. No fancy features on here really as far as that goes. I found myself running out of room in the single STMix I had at the end of the rack. I had plates, ensemble, chainsaw 1, chainsaw 2, but then if I ever wanted to put another thing here, like rings or maybe the looper here or the disting with its output, you could see I just kind of ran out of channels. So the idea of getting a second one of these is, first off, it's a small footprint, kind of inexpensive, and this way now I could take 4 more stereo pairs in and then send them out here to the one that's in the rack also to its auxiliary in, so it just basically passes through. So now I can have 8 stereo channels that ultimately come out to the mixer. Eventually I'll probably get fancier with that, but for now this little $149 item works pretty good. So that's it for episode 6 of my miscellaneous duplicate purchases and why I needed them and how I plan to use them moving forward. Coming up next is something that is not Eurorack or modular. I'm going to talk about the Strymon Big Sky. Stay tuned for that.